Hello and welcome to this episode of BOI Weekly. On this program, week in, week out, we give you the details of the activities of the Bank of Industry, which mostly is concerning how they empower Nigerians who are entrepreneurs to create value and employment and generally contribute to the economic development of Nigeria. This episode is just a little bit different. The bank has seen the role of the media, and so they've gathered editors and correspondents of business stories all over Nigeria to meet in Lagos. And what they've brought them here is to give them the details and also enlighten them on some of the activities of the Bank of Industry, but mostly to know that the media has a major role to play in industrializing Nigeria. It's one of those rare occasions where the reporter becomes the reported. These are business editors and correspondents representing every major news medium in Nigeria. Gathering at the invitation of the Bank of Industry and clad in the outfits of one of their clients for a 3-day workshop to share knowledge on their role in transforming the country's industrial sector. The gathering is given a higher level of importance with the presence of the bank's managing director, Ms. Evelyn Oputu, and she wastes no time in unburdening her heart content, which goes beyond just transforming the industrial sector to rebranding the country as a whole.
We are development bankers here. We concentrated on what we know best to do. Let the doctor do his medicine. Let the lawyer do his lawyering. Let the civil servant do his work. When he takes a little positive step, let us applaud him. When he does something that is not right, let us tell him. Let us not throw the baby away with the bathwater. I say this because it hurts when I read all those negative things about our country. You may be angry with your child at home and reprimand that child, but you do not want the whole world to beat that child. You are angry with that child because you love that child and you want the child to improve and be better. I say this thing because the power of the pen is mightier than that of the sword. You can change our country.
The United Nations Industrial Development Organization's representative in Nigeria, Dr. Patrick Komawa, believes that this gathering has a consequential effect on the continent.
When all of us go out of Africa, we go to places, every 4 black person is a Nigerian. So when I go anywhere, I'm a Nigerian. Again, it is you who can make me feel proud if I step out of the shores of Nigeria or out of the shores of Sierra Leone or Liberia, wherever we come out from. So this seminar is not just about Nigeria, but it is about Africa, because it is Nigeria that has the largest population of black in the world. And it is Nigeria that will move the sub-region. And if it's Nigeria that has to move the sub-region, you, the media people, have the greatest role to play. It is your report on the good things that are happening in this country that will make us proud.
The approach was slightly different for the third speaker, a client of BOI operating in Kano State, the managing director of Rumbu Sachs.
You are all living witnesses to what happened last year in Kano, when we had the Boko Haram incident. A lot of our commercial banks actually all ran away from their customers. We reluctantly actually said, okay, let's give BOI a chance. Why? Because this notion that people have that the government thing, so it might not be sensitive to what we need and timing and blah, blah, blah. But we did that. But fortunately, Bank of Industry was able to sit down with us and listen to us and understood that that incident in Ghana that happened had no bearing with our operations. Where we get our raw materials was not affected, our market was not affected.
Based on these speeches and their knowledge of the bank, the journalists became reporters again. digging for answers with questions, and the MD lived up to expectation. The questions came from the efforts of the bank to help small businesses.
There should be a communication between the press and the public, because if there was that communication, that small business would have known that there's something like a BOI fund for small businesses that are peculiar to states. So for instance, right now we have 18 states, 2 more are signing up, so we have 20 states that are working with the Bank of Industry. What it does is take all those small businesses and put them together in cooperatives, those that do not have ability